Hello, my friends. So today is 21st of January. It is 4 p.m. Yesterday was a really big day for me because after 2 months of spending my time with my van and with my dogs in Portugal, I finally left Portugal. It was hard for me because I really loved the time there, but I'm in Spain now and I have been in this campsite for a day now. I came here yesterday. It's still quite near to the border. So yes, I will stay here for another day. But now, as I've been sitting behind the computer the entire day, I will go and train myself. So I'm gonna go and change my parking spot because I sort of forgot that it's weekend or like it's Friday and it's a public like rest spot very close to town, so there are people coming. There is not a lot that I hate more than playing loud music in the nature. So there are a few cars or like one group with few cars that are playing music from their cars, so I don't like it. I don't like the music, and also I don't feel good. So I'm gonna find a more private place somewhere. Oh my god, don't do that. Yes, so I'm gonna find a place and then I can also take a shower outside. I drove about 1 kilometer further and found the only thing that I dislike more than loud music in the nature, and that is trash. There's a lot of trash and especially wet wipes laying around by the roads and at parkable locations. Anyway, I always clean up the place that I'm parking at because I just find it disgusting and I can't enjoy my stay when I see it around. The further I went, the more trash I saw. But it's like a big trash. I collected all of the toilet papers. Yeah, but at least I cleaned a little bit. I wanted to visualize where, like in which countries, for how long have I been this year. And I made this little calendar. Like, if it confuses you, then like, yes, it confuses me as well. By the way, can you tell? These months here have 8 days in a week. I got a little carried away when I was drawing the circles, but yeah, we are in Spain, and then I will now spend some time here. This is Sweden when I was still working as a sled dog guide. This is Estonia. Then I went back to Sweden. Norway, this is where I was visiting it during the summertime and really loved that time, and this was my van life test period. Then I came back to Estonia, spent a little time at home. I was fixing my van because the engine broke a little bit. This colorful part here is where I was driving through Europe, and yeah, the yellow is Portugal. Anyway, I will go to bed soon because it is an early rise tomorrow morning, because I'm gonna go and run the dogs with the bike in the morning, in the chilly morning air. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Good night. Good morning. It is 8 o'clock, but I would argue I'm still on Portuguese time, which is 7 o'clock, but the sun will be up in about half an hour, so it's the perfect time to go run these dogs. Oh. The early sun rays were especially golden among all of this greenery, and I felt like I was driving in a painting. Look at these trees and the shape of them, unbelievable. Taking the bike with me has been the best decision because first I can get the dog's energy out, and second I can train them for upcoming adventure, more on that in the future, and third It has encouraged me to explore the surroundings in a little bit different way, and I often find trails that I would have never stumbled upon, and I really enjoy seeing the countryside in this way. You know, these rides are not they're not short ones. Today we were out 1 hour 19 minutes. We were a little bit slower today, I guess because of the heat. It's not so cold in the mornings. It was like 5, 6, 7 degrees, and these dogs, you know, they would love to run in -degrees. Anyway, we've been out for a long time. I'm craving for my coffee, and yeah, that's that. After my much-awaited morning coffee, I felt so inspired by the colors in the forest that I took out my painting supplies and started throwing some colors onto paper. Filming my painting process creates additional expectations on myself, and in this morning I didn't want to add them on, so I didn't film that part. But I can show you the most satisfying thing about it all, which is the peeling of the surrounding tape after painting that reveals the piece in a whole new light. It truly makes the painting out of a mess. After the painting session, we headed out again. I had looked out a parking lot at the edge of a coastal town. I thought it will be a nice calm parking area, but it turned out not to be so calm. There were a lot of other campers and day hikers moving about in the lot, visiting the Coastal National Park, and I should have guessed it because of the national park, but here you go, I didn't. I guess I need to stay away from coastal areas in Spain, especially in south of Spain, to keep away from the people. And to be honest, I saw really nice coastal areas in Portugal. I should be fine with it, to stick to the mountains, mostly. Oh, my eggs. Usually I stay at the campsite in the morning to work on a computer a little bit, but this time I started driving first thing in the morning because I didn't want to stay at that parking lot for too long. I found another parking lot closer to Seville that also had free drinking water, so win for me. Although this lot was also quite full, it had a different feeling, like a better one, so I stayed. After filling up my water, we took a short walk in the olive grove that was next to the parking lot. I saw my first olive on the trees, like actually on the trees and not in a jar, and I thought I can finally taste one olive straight out of the tree, but they were all dried up. I had a calm few minutes eating my chips when Lenka decided that she does not want to lounge on the couch or on the bed next to me like she usually does. This evening she wanted something that I really didn't understand. Ma ei tea, mida sa tahad. Ma ei tea. Ma ei saa aru. Anna andeks, ma ei saa aru, mis sa tahad. Ma ei tea, mis sa tahad. Anna andeks. Look at her offering some tricks here that I have been teaching to her, especially lay on the side, that she really doesn't like to do, but obviously today she really wanted something so bad that she was ready to offer it to me. Look at that face. You can see her brain working hard, trying to communicate something, but I really didn't know. Sa oled väga armas, aga ma ei tea, mida sa tahad. Ma ei tea, ma ei saa aru. I ended up giving her another chew toy, and she was happy for a second, and then she got bored of it soon. And this went on for the entire night. The next morning I drove to Seville and did a lot of chores and shopping, but before all of that I wanted to make sure the dogs are nice and calm while I drive from store to store, so we headed to a dog park. Somebody has saved a good stick for themselves. Yeah, smart! Okay, let's continue our tradition of rating dog parks. So I would give this 10 out of 10 because it has agility stuff. It is so spacious, so big, And it has shade, it has trees, like really interesting bushes to go and smell. Odessa really liked them until other dogs came, and then she's like, get me home. So yeah, really nice. And it has grass, that's the thing, it has grass. It's not just like a dirt lot. So really nice. I recommend the dog park of whatever park this is in. I will put the name here. If you're ever in Seville with dogs, yeah, come here. This orange tree looks exactly like illustrated, like so symmetrical, like out of a picture book. It is still wild for me to see like oranges just growing on a tree. For me, they have always come from store. Like, can I just pick one? I've never picked an orange from a tree. I finally made it to the campsite, or like a parking spot. You don't see anything. I do not like to drive in dark, but I did it because there is a bike trail next to it, so I can run the dogs tomorrow. I wanted to show you the state of my shopping haul today. Oh my god. This is a lot. This is a lot. And also this. 15 kilos of dog food. That should last us 3 weeks. Yeah, these girls are not cheap. The main thing that I bought today is two 10-liter water cans, because I've been recently really stressed out about water, and it is harder to find free fresh water here in Spain compared to Portugal. Because in Portugal I just took water from the gas station and that was fine, but here I need to find special places because everything is marked in gas station that it's not drinkable water. So I don't know, maybe it is, I don't know. Anyway, I am so tired. It's 8 p.m. or actually all I want to do is eat something and do the bed and go to bed. But now I started to reorganize my van and I need to finish it. I just, I can't stand like unorganized mess. I like organized mess, but unorganized mess, not my thing. Okay, let's see how my public oranges, they are not oranges, they're tangerines. So easy to peel. Oh, that is nice. A lot of seeds. Oh my god. A sour tangerine onto an empty stomach. Ooh, it tastes like lemon. Oh, I guess they're not ready. Oh, I can't eat this. It is too sour. Holy. I guess there is a difference in trees and... Oh. I feel exhausted, but at the same time accomplished. I can't believe I organized the van. I was sure I'm gonna leave it for tomorrow, but I just couldn't. Anyway, I'm gonna now try out my new wireless headphones. I have been missing these. My old ones broke. And I'm gonna also play around with this new microphone that I got for the phone. So hopefully, starting from now, the vlog will have a little better sound quality. The video will still be phone video, so I'm sorry. But at least the sound will be a little bit better. Anyway, I wish you good night and see you tomorrow. In the morning we went for a bike run on the trail, and on our first kilometer we met a herd of goats crossing our way, and they were very curious and didn't want to leave at all. The trail we were on was an old railway that had been repurposed as a bike trail, and it was so cool. I loved the tunnels that we passed, and there were so many of them. The landscape was just picturesque and the trail nice and smooth without big ascents or descents. Just the perfect trail to run the dogs. I really liked the trail, so we stayed another night next to it and we rode it again the next morning. That morning wasn't really cold, it was a little bit too warm for the dogs, so halfway through our run I found a place to let the dogs cool down in the stream. Linka! Oi, shit. Linka, see ya! Yes! Good girl! Yes, oh my god, good girl! You scared me for a moment. When we were passing those many tunnels, I truly felt the meaning and feeling behind the well-used phrase of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. It is hopeful, something to move towards, but also the feeling is very compressing and claustrophobic and stressful, not pleasant at all. Yes, sometimes the only thing that keeps you moving in the right direction is the light at the end of the tunnel. But what if? What if we light the tunnel we are in and enjoy the details and laid bricks and puddles along the way? We have to pass it anyway. Why don't we make it more enjoyable? Think about it. What if we put some lights in our own darkest tunnels and not try to just survive at the end, but try to enjoy the ride? Well, anyway, these were the philosophical thoughts running through my head in this early morning, watching the dogs trot head first into these tunnels without a second thought. Oh god, I love the work ethic of Alaskan Huskies and I really love these dogs. Good job. Good job. I love how this is a beautiful example of an experienced sled dog, and the youngster, she's like, yeah, that was fine, but what about food? Waiting for me to to give them breakfast. And Linka is like, don't disturb me, I am tired. You are so cute, you are so good. You don't even care that you're sleeping next to a poop. You're tired, good job. Let's drive. Oh, this is a place where I would love to stay for a really long time, but I'm on a mission. I really want to go to Tarifa. I really want to see the southernmost point of Europe and start driving back where it's more colder. Anyway, let's go. I reached Tarifa just after the sunset and found the parking lot next to the beach. To my surprise, it was allowed to spend the night there. Usually there are forbidding signs next to the beach parking lots. The next morning I took my coffee, my dogs and headed to the beach to see how far south I can go. The actual southernmost point is a tiny island that is unfortunately closed off, but I walked as far as I could Took few ocean showers between my coffee sips and enjoyed the feeling of being right at the border of Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. Tarifa as a town itself wasn't anything special to me, and I didn't plan to stay there long, as I really do not enjoy being in towns with the van and with the dogs. But I'm really happy that I made the trip, and now I can say I have driven the full length of Europe, from north to south. So now, after checking the southernmost point of Europe off my list, I could follow my gut feeling to turn the van's nose around and start driving back towards north. First north of Spain, and then onwards.